Hi, Gail Buckland here in the beautiful Hudson Valley, north of New York City. But I feel a great sense of community with everybody all over the world. We're all in this together, and I feel a great sense of community with the art world of which I'm part. No one can look into the future, that's for sure. One can be optimistic or pessimistic, depending on one's mood. But this month is the 30th anniversary of a very important moment in American photographic history when the Cincinnati Contemporary Arts Center was hosting a Robert Mapplethorpe exhibition, and the censors and the police and the politicians tried to shut it down, even though court cases in the 1970s said that art cannot be condemned for obscenity. You cannot censor art because it doesn't meet with your values. They still tried to shut the exhibition down because there was right-wing sentiment. So my concern coming out of the COVID pandemic is, will governments try to seize more control of people's minds as well as their bodies? Liberals, more than the right wing, have embraced quarantine in this country, which is funny, but we feel that for the communal good, we have to isolate. A lot of Trump supporters are very anti their freedom being impacted. But my concern is that whatever the situation, we need the voices of artists. We need to speak truth to power. And there's a great possibility that politicians and individuals will seize more and more power for themselves and become autocratic dictators, trying to control the people. And people often don't mind being controlled if they fear their security. If they are fearful, they often give up their rights. Now, no one should impose their will on thinking, creative people, and that's really our obligation right now, to make sure that artists have as many platforms to express themselves. Right now, it's all over the internet, but once we come out of this, we want people to come together and see the creative ideas of artists who will always challenge the institutions, will always try to destabilize our communities by trying to make them better, more enlightened, more exciting, more connected. Because if arts do anything, it connects us from one generation to another, from one century to another, and hopefully, like at the turn of the century, at the end of a war, coming out of a depression, there's enormous response in the art world to what has just happened. Certainly in New York and in other areas of America, exhibitions from the Farm Security Administration are up, and we see how photographers responded when 1/3 of the people in the United States were unemployed and hungry and quite desperate. And we still look at these photographs and feel our common humanity. And the photographers did so much more than just take pictures. They showed the whole community. They showed a larger way of life. And most importantly, they made us realize that these are not bad people, but circumstances have put them in very challenging places. And this is who they are at this moment, but it's not forever. We sometimes feel that art gives us the eternal. A lot of great art is about the moment and about a specific emotional and political and social moment in human history, and they try to describe that as beautifully as they can. So, as I said at the beginning, I don't know what the future holds. Nobody does, except we need artists. We want art. It is so much part of what makes us human, and never, never shut down the voices of artists. Bye.